This is a special edition. Halloween edition, baby. Oh, yes. Y'all wasn't ready. Y'all wasn't ready. All right. I got Dean in the background. My ladies are late, but that's okay. Okay. Don't look evil enough. I got blood and everything. I got my blood in my face, but I was like, look, this is enough. I was like, look, I'm gonna they ain't even ready. What is going on? What is going on? Hello. We ready?
Ready.
Wait a minute. Where the queens at? Lord have
I think that some of them had difficulty finding the link, so it was too far back up in the chat. So I just reposted it, so they should be coming.
Did you?
Expeditiously.
Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Let me get my my horn ready. Let's go, confessions.
Okay, boo. I see you.
Okay, Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Woo. I guess everybody is super late. Where does my okay? So she got the link. You got. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get
started.
started.
I put the link in the chat.
Okay.
That's why she should be on her way through too.
Who?
Because she was looking for the link too.
I put it in there probably way too early, but let's get into the looks of the things. Okay. Did I do it, y'all? Am I evil?
I'm loving it. And I like the whole intro thing. I was like, okay.
And Confessions missed it. I had a whole thing set up. I was like, I had the whole thing set up.
It's like a movie trailer.
I really took my time and I did it. So wait a minute. I hate that my hands got lotion on and I can't move around. I hate that she missed it. And I took my time. This song is actually from the YouTube, what you call it, to be honest.
Okay.
Hold on, let me take that down real quick. Period. Happy Halloween! The devil is here. If you didn't know, now you know, baby. That's how you start the panel. That's how you start alive. Bringing up the queens to the stage. Let's do this. Hello.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I am loving this. Okay. Okay, so I see a comment saying I was muted. I was muted too. It's so sad. All right, I want to go ahead and get started. Things is a special Halloween panel live after the episode of Potomac. We normally do a different day, and Confessions is never here, so I'm super happy that she's able to be here. I took a few notes, but I do want Dina to go ahead and give us a quick recap of the episode. Make it because you'll give away all your tea. We want to get your opinion during the
okay.
live.
I'm gonna keep it cute and to the point.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah. No, I'm just playing. No, so they had the family fun day, which I was quite confused about, but we'll get to that later because certain people didn't show up. Karen got mad. Sharice was there and she left. Candace showed up, spoke to everybody but Giselle. Her, Candace and what's her name, Ashley, had a good little conversation about her IVF, and what's her name, Ashley said she wrote her name in the book and in the confessionals. Candace thought it was some kind of witchcraft or whatever. But let's see. The previews for next week was better than the entire episode,
Oh
but
no.
I forgot something I was gonna say. There was a conversation between G and Mia on the way to this fun day. Juan didn't show up because he had a root canal the day of family fun day. I don't know why Giselle's other two kids didn't show up, and then what's her name? Robin asked Candace to bring Wendy's kids, and of course Wendy declined. That was retarded. And yeah, so that. And I don't know if I missed anything or not because I was
We'll get
watching
into
and
all of that,
almost fell
especially with the
asleep.
kids. No, I think you hit everything. Well,
So.
damn. Okay, so first of all, I wanted Confessions to say what is her ensemble, and the same for Kiss My Cheeks. And y'all know what I am. I'm the Queen of Evil.
The Queen of Evil. That's
Yes.
who we are. Okay. I am just a night stepped out of 1920 kind of gal. That's all.
I love it. Okay.
Harlem Nights vibe.
Yes.
Yes.
Ow.
Well, I am. Let me get it right. I am Versace, Princess Versace Targaryen, and I flew in tonight on my dragon, Giselle.
Come on now with the dragon. Let's go. All right.
Okay.
I love it. All right, let's get started. Jump into it now. Where is mine? Don't tell me she didn't show because it's Halloween. I know how mine is. So Wendy and her husband, and they're talking about the family fun day. What do you guys think? First of all, I love Wendy and her husband and their dynamic. I really do. They spoke about Peter and the club situation, and as far as her starting her own food restaurant or whatever. What do you guys think about that? Kiss My Cheeks. What you think, baby?
I agree with what Dina said the first time. It was a bunch of blah blah blah.
Oh no.
Karen walks away, blah blah blah.
Karen.
Wendy kids ain't coming.
Oh,
Giselle got mad because we getting ready to talk about her. And she flew off.
The shade.
Woo! I thrown already.
So it was kind of blah. Like Confessions, I wish you didn't work next weekend. And so, because next weekend looked like the one to talk about.
I know.
Right? And I was fixing my plate during that. They weren't talking about much of nothing.
You're gonna have to go on break at that time and go to the closet or something.
Not the closet.
Okay.
But I will say this about the whole scene with what's his name, Eddie and Wendy. I ain't like the way she talked to her child when and her attitude, like she's like, "Mommy, play with me," and she was like, "Okay," like you need to, if you are. I mean, they've been filming for however many seasons. You and y'all know that they filming, so you need to have that conversation with your kids. Like, y'all supposed to play over there in the background for aesthetics. Me and Daddy are gonna have a conversation while they're filming. Don't bring your little ass over here. Prior to getting on camera, or you can say it a lot nicer. Me and my kids have an understanding. So, but anyway,
I said that. That's why she acted the way she did when they did start messing with. You know how kids is, though.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you could have said, okay, pause. Let me take care of my child. But it was just the way she was just so like you're bothering me, and it could not be that. It just came across that way. So I'm not talking about her parenting skills allegedly, because I ain't trying to get sued. So she can take my money and open up her new restaurant because Eddie said he wasn't giving her none.
Okay.
Eddie ain't giving, man. This whole restaurant.
He said his pockets was closed.
Eddie said, "Peter is your friend, not mine."
Hello.
Yeah, that was a lot of money. That was the oh Lord, somebody said Kansas is a spoiled brat. I said that already. I did that.
Not to Candace yet.
Okay, I know, but somebody just saying in the chat. So
came out with it.
So they're planning the family fun day. I didn't see a whole lot of planning involved when Robin was discussing it with Juan and the kids was there and everything. The only thing I saw them doing was practicing for the sack potato race. Something with a family fun day would have been me planning different events for different times, whatever, maybe call out different dinner time, maybe snack, who knows, and then something at the end. It would have been a beginning, stuff in the middle, and then the very end, adult stuff. It would have been just like blah. So I mean, I wanted to say I saw the planning. I'm thinking something's gonna happen, and did nothing happen.
Nothing happened.
And let me tell you, as a planner, this burned my whole soul. It just, you know what I'm saying? I was just sitting there looking like, you just said everybody show up and you bought some sacks and a tug of war. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, like you said, there would have been a beginning. We'd have had some fun stuff for the little kids to do, so that they could interact and get to know each other, while, let's say, some of the older kids, like have them on assembly line making snack bags or something so they could get to know each other. Then you have something in the middle that everybody could do, you know. And of course, if you planned it properly, the kids will be tired. They will be off playing. Y'all might pop out a little box wine or something like that, chop it up. And then, you know, you give away actual ribbons, prizes, trophies, or something. But for me, as a planner, there was no planning involved here. They just threw some shit in the car and drove to the park. Like, this wasn't a family fun day event for everybody. That's your own personal family fun day. I'm on a Wednesday, I'm gonna take my kids to the park.
That's exactly what that was.
Yeah.
They didn't have a bounce house.
Oh, Ma says she's on her way, so be on the lookout for her.
Okay, gotcha. What did you say?
Could have had a bounce house for the little kids.
Yeah.
For the different games, so she could take score and keep it in order. She could have created an obstacle course. Like, my mom has done those family fun days in her backyard, and they look 10 times better than that. And then I didn't even see the food. Like, the tablecloths was
They kept showing it.
Yeah, it was showing some kind of I don't know what that was. First of all, hit my cheeks. Let me see that finger real quick. Hey, okay.
Targaryen rings.
Oh my God, that is everything.
But yeah, they kept showing the food, and then you barely saw people eating the food like towards the end. But they could have even had like supersized Jenga, the supersized Connect 4. You know, they even got like a supersized battleship thing or whatever. They could have had a lot of that. I mean, y'all claiming y'all got all this money and y'all in Potomac, and y'all brought sacks and rope.
What'd you say, Confessions?
So they could have had anything else besides just an old-fashioned lame potato sack race.
Her backyard.
I mean, that's it. That was like the biggest attraction of the whole entire thing.
Really
no, tug of war. Tug of war was the best thing to happen.
No, okay, like, I mean, I grew up in the military, but when they would have these big functions for the kids, it would have like 10 events, and the sack race was just one of them. You had the pie eating contest. It was some
wheelbarrow
going on that they could have incorporated. They didn't have to do all 10 events, but they could have did 5. She did like 2 events, and the rest of it was like scatter and a lot of mess and drama. So I want to get into the fact of everyone was talking about Chris. It's like everybody hates Chris. Everybody, remember the show Everybody Hates Chris? This episode literally was that. Everybody's talking about Chris today in some kind of form of fashion. You had Wendy talking to her husband, Robin talking to Juan. They were going just giving the tea about everything, which I thought that was cute. She's telling a man, husband, or whatever, fiance, whatever they are, about what's going on. And the dude is like, damn, they all coming for Chris. Come on, girls, give me your take.
Nailed it. He nailed it.
Who?
Which one?
I said Juan nailed it. I think that every season they find somebody, male or female, on the cast, and it's kind of like attack the stories in the blogs, you know, whatever. So I think this season it's Chris, because there's already one narrative out there about Michael Darby. So he's already been attacked enough. Hey, come through, Ma. Come through.
Oh
yeah,
my
God.
God.
Michael Darby enough, so they have to
Rod,
find
you look
somebody else
so
to attack.
beautiful.
Absolutely
Yes,
I
stunning.
get
love
up.
it. Oh my
Stunning.
God. Wait a minute.
Come
I love
through,
Listen,
ladies.
boo.
I have
Ladies,
never,
ladies.
I have done this for this panel because I have never done this. I told Kamisha, my gosh, Kamisha, what am I gonna do?
I told you come as a queen. And then what
I
I said,
know.
we're all queens. I
I,
That's
said,
what you
come as
told
a
her.
queen, period. Okay? Period.
Let's bend the knee to the queen. We got two.
Oh my
Well, we know we got four,
God.
five.
Okay, baby. Halloween, baby. Halloween, baby. Look at that.
We got the
Woo!
queen of
And
evil.
she
We
got
got
the big
the
size cup.
confessions, the queen of the reality queen. We got Queen Targaryen over there, and Ma, the undisputed African queen. All right, I'm so proud to be up here with y'all. I love it,
kiss my
Woo!
cheek. I love
Hey,
it. I
and
love
I'm
it.
just the '80s queen. I'm an '80s queen.
I gotta find where my dragon went.
So,
yeah,
Maya, we were
I
speaking about
drag you back.
wait, hold on. What did we speak about? We spoke about the fun day not being planned. For one, how it's a big old blah. It was not a planned fun day, it was just something that threw it together, as like Dina said, her backyard with her kids on a Wednesday. How did you feel about that? As a
It was
mother planning a fun day, you're taking your kids out of your day. As a working mother, you're taking time out of your day to take your kids to an event for a fun day plan, and you go and there's a sack race.
listen. Robin is working on a budget. Okay, she's not gonna be.
Oh,
Listen,
let's say, where's the gunshot for that? Where's the gunshot for that?
Damn.
She's saving all her money for that wedding.
exactly. You know.
Wedding.
Mm, mm.
But she keep talking to Juan like that is gonna be the wedding that never was.
Oh no.
No, this wedding just needs to happen right now, for real. This wedding has
Enough
dragged
with
Like,
that.
on.
it needs to happen, but I'm sorry, y'all. And it's not like I got a dog in the fight, and I'm not saying I like or dislike anybody, but what I'm saying is she keeps bringing up things that they had supposedly gotten past. Okay. So you lay in this bed with this man every night. You said yes when he proposed. So are you going to let this go or not? Because you see, even in the previews, it talks about putting infidelity in the prenup or whatever. So, it's like, why? And we brought it up last week. He keeps saying, now, Robin, stop. Now, Robin, stop. Because she keeps wanting, well, when you were dating this, okay, this is your man now. He has claimed you before the world. You got a ring. You planning a wedding. Why are you still tripping on somebody he dated 5, 10, 15 years ago in the middle of y'all divorce? Why?
Put a ring on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and just
That's all I'm saying. If you
I
got your
think
man
everybody
back,
should
he
be
put a
happy
ring on it.
at
Y'all
this
been
age.
doing
You should be
good all
happy
the
to get
time.
married again.
Stop bringing up because that's the nagging and digging on a man and for past stuff when you supposedly got past it is the quickest way to run a man out the door
It really is.
on
But
national
but
TV at that.
but I want to get into it because while Mod is here, I want to get into the whole thing with Chris. Now, I we have to be okay. We have to understand Candace's situation as far this is her husband. Now, I'm just being real. Somebody is saying that your man is doing something inappropriate. I don't know how people expect for Candace to react to something like that because I'll be livid and I'll be going to bat for my man. And so the fact that Robert is going over there, kind of like, I don't agree with what they're saying, is we over here. Um, is she being messy in your opinion? Do you feel like Robin is kind of drawing that line? Like, girl, I'm gonna be over here with you guys. It's me and you, girl. But you over here with them doing the same exact thing, kinda. It's gonna look really, really messy on the reunion or wherever y'all doing when it comes out that you over there talking noise to her. Because ain't that your friend, you and Giselle? I mean, I just think we're all too over this. But go ahead, ladies. I'll y'all sound off. Confessions.
No, yeah, I mean it do look messy, but I think she's trying to get behind being Giselle's shadow because every season they always talk about, oh, you just do whatever Giselle want to do. So I think she's trying to separate herself from that whole thing, but it ain't looking right because it just looked messy how she doing it. So yeah, will be interesting to how they talk about this at the reunion face to face. Like, this is what you was doing when I wasn't there. Because I'm surprised because she's gone to Candace and Chris themselves, and she's just, you don't ever see Robin doing that to Giselle. So
Right.
that's different.
And
Wow.
if she had the guts, in the beginning, she was actually questioning Giselle and saying, maybe the intentions were not like this. Just like the post with the what's her name, the girl who's getting divorced.
Ashley.
Yes, just like the way she said, the guy was not really DMing you. There was just comment. She was being logic, and so she was even with. I just wish she's telling Giselle this.
Is your phone? Is your phone by your mic? Mod, is your phone by your mic?
Let me leave and come back.
No, no. Remember, is your phone by your mic? Remember?
No, my phone is very far away.
Okay, well, I don't know then.
Can
Go
you
ahead,
hear
good
me?
team. We can hear you just a little, just a little. I
Hear
think
you.
it just. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I wish she had the guts to talk to her friend face to face and say, "Yo, this is. Are you stretching it? Because I feel like she's being dramatic about it. Because if and I agree that this happened, and I'm seeing it happening the way Giselle is explaining about the situation. I just wish she's not being, yeah, I call it being messy. I actually agree with you. It's just being messy. She should be upfront with her friend and say, yo, no, maybe he never meant to be this. And you have to remember, I think that why Candace is very hard is because Chris was good friends with because why do I keep calling her Gazelle? Giselle. Okay.
Giselle, yeah.
Well, let me say this too, because in one moment it did seem like she was being genuine, like she checked Ashley and was like, it's not like like Chris DM'd you out of the blue. Hey, come to the W. He responded to a story. You were out. I don't know what the caption on her thing said, but maybe he felt like she wasn't having a good time where she was. So you should have come to the W. Usually implies like, oh, I was at, whatever rooftop bar and it was dead. Then you should have came to the W. So she did check her on that, like, he's the general manager. However, I didn't like it when she brought the situation up to Mia and then Mia tried to jump on there and clearly it was a lie because they showed the footage. But I didn't like that. Like she didn't need to bring Mia into the conversation. But I do agree at one point, her sitting down with them and, the way she explained it to Juan, the way, she had a conversation with Giselle. But I'm not mad at Candace at all because, again, if they're trying to look for a husband to attack and they've chosen her husband, I don't agree with that. I don't. She, is definitely going to stand up and fight for her man. So whatever happens happens. If you poke the bear, then you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
I think
Wow.
Robin is
Hi,
being
Erica.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Erica.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Said something on the Carlos King podcast this past
Mhm.
week that she was trying to read Candace, but I feel like she's talking more about her friend. She was like, I said what I had to say, and I'm not talking about it. Candace keeps talking about it, which is bringing light to the situation. And when you keep talking about things on camera, it makes the situation bigger.
Mhm.
That's what Giselle said. Okay, but who is talking about it the most on camera, making the situation bigger? In every scene, you see Robin is telling somebody about what Giselle says. It's clear that everybody on the cast knows about it. Everyone is talking about it. So, like, Robin, you didn't have to tell this to Juan on camera. You could have had pillow talk if he's laying on the pillow next to you. You could have had pillow talk and told your man this at home. Like, why is Robin the one who says Giselle is wrong? Giselle is wrong for bringing this up, but Robin is the one telling this wrong situation on camera the most.
Right.
So
Now
I
you got Wendy involved telling her husband
now
too.
telling her
Spreading like
Right.
wildfire.
Right.
like
Right.
all of y'all are messy. And guess what? Because Eddie, you said, "Oh, I guess it's Chris' turn." But guess what, Eddie? If Wendy is invited
Mm.
back next year, Giselle could easily jump back on you. She don't take
Ooh.
one turn and leave you alone. She could jump back on you. So y'all really need to join forces and stand up for Candace and stop all of this. Oh, well, he should just apologize because he ain't have to go in her room. No, I better see Giselle got mad and she done flew over.
Lord Jesus.
Look,
But look. Okay,
I
Erica
better not
first.
see anybody apologize to Giselle this season. She does not deserve an apology. Period. And she
First,
don't
Erica.
now.
First of all, Erica, welcome and happy pre-Halloween.
Thank you.
We have been talking about this episode, and I'm pretty sure you watched it. We're talking about the Chris situation, and I want to kind of bring it to you first. Are we on a fine line with this where if a man is sending a message and he's married and she's married or whatever, a message about something as trivial as, hey, come by to whatever, should we not do it? Because look what happened. The message was sent and it's been a whole thing. And then you got Ashley, both of them taxing on about it, where it could mess up a black man's name. And I'm just being real about it. Let's be 100% clear. You don't want to put anything out there that can mess up any man's name, especially a black man. If it's iffy, I'm not sure. Maybe this is a serious situation to say a man may have been making a woman feel uncomfortable. You don't want that narrative for anybody. So
No.
I want to start with you, and then we'll, go around because you hadn't been here. So what do you think about that, Miss Erica?
Well, thank you. I think that Ashley's comment was kind of, or Ashley's situation was kind of to get the conversation started on Chris. I mean, a lot of things go down in DMs. I think, whatever. I don't think you've caught nobody because they sent you something. Now, he may have meant it one way. Maybe he was responding to, her TikTok or her dancing or whatever. She could take it any way she wants. But I do feel like the situation with Giselle is a bit more serious, because one thing to send somebody a message on Instagram, it's another thing to pull them in the hotel room or whatever went down. That being said, I mean, I don't know. I hate to be like a Debbie production downer or whatever, but I do feel like the people who are talking about it the most are the people who don't really have storylines. So Robin, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about her prenuptial all season. Like, what are we going to talk about? Giselle, I think, even though she felt uncomfortable at the time, I don't think she's lying, but I think she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to ride this for the season. I mean, I just don't think she was that upset. So I think, if she was uncomfortable, it is something that should be taken seriously, but she should have brought it up when it happened. You know what I'm saying? She could have tweeted about it. She could have put it on Instagram. She could have done anything instead of waiting till the season starts. So now that looks suspect.
She was not upset. She was uncomfortable. Okay?
He wasn't uncomfortable when she was hugging all on him at the spring fling.
But well, go ahead, Mom. I want to hear it. Go ahead. I know we have a different opinion about it, so go ahead, Mom.
No, I was saying that she was not upset. Now she's getting upset because Chris is saying it's a lie. Chris is giving a different version of exactly what happened, and I believe her on this one. There's no point. There's no way.
You believe who? You believe Giselle? Okay.
Yes, about exactly what happened. I do. Now, because you have to remember, they were friends. Even for him to come and say, let's go talk in your room, it's because they were friends. And that's why I think Candace is very hard, because they were good friends. But just because you are good friends doesn't mean that you cannot make me uncomfortable,
But if I'm your friend, then I'm going to talk to you before the season starts instead of waiting to blast you.
And that is what Karen is her name, the old lady,
right?
Oh
yeah,
no,
Karen.
yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what she was saying. You should have done this behind the cameras. Let's talk about it. You don't have to talk about this in front of the cameras. But then you're not gonna blame her because it was Robin who came and told her about the suggestion of the post of the DM, and then that made her remember. Oh my gosh, do you remember? I also became very uncomfortable when he did this and this and that. So
okay, Dina. So Dina said, to kind of not dispute what you're saying, but she was saying that she saw something different at the spring fling. But I also want you to comment, what I said earlier about the fine line, a man's reputation is on the line. And then
okay, so here's what I think. Y'all know how I feel about people and their feelings. You can't argue with nobody about how they feel. So I do think that a conversation is to be had. between Chris and Giselle. Maybe she can express to him that she did feel uncomfortable. He can apologize. They can move forward only because of the history. And I know Kiss My Cheeks don't agree with me. I'm just saying because of the history. If this is true, the way they are portraying it to be true, based on her past, being tested, traumas, or whatever, I'm never going to argue with nobody about how they feel, because how I would be in the situation and how she's in the situation, we could have two totally different thought processes. So he could say, I truly, I did not mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Let's move past this, because they were great friends. If this was just some random husband, it would probably have so much more heat to it that he felt that comfortable. Just like somebody, Roro was like in the comments saying, she probably was trying to get dirt on Candace, like, oh, Chris, tell me something I can use later, which is why she wanted maybe to go talk in private, because all the ladies have a love-hate relationship going on all the time. However, I think this has been blown way out of proportion, because if you felt that uncomfortable around Chris, this is where I'm playing devil's advocate. You was all hugged up on him at the spring fling. You greeted him with open arms. You complimented his outfit, and you was smiling the whole time. Now, if this incident happened after that, I would have been like, oh, okay. But this incident happened months before that, and you see him, and you're like best buddies, like nothing happened. Then now, oh, Ashley got a DM. So let me tell my Me Too story. And I don't like when people try to Me Too to get attention. So I'm on both sides until we figure out all of the evidence. And, and just like when they sat at the table, he said, let's go to your room. He's saying, she said, let's go to the room. Either way, the man is married. Why would you go to y'all room? Y'all could have stood in the hallway or something, or, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, if they are really good friends, they can have a conversation, and he can apologize to her for making her feel uncomfortable, and she can apologize to him for running her mouth about some bullshit, because you ain't going to tell me that somebody made me feel uncomfortable and I'm running up to hug them the second they walk in the room.
100%.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Get my Keith confessions.
Yep. No. It's two things Giselle said that I agree with everything you just said right there, but two statements Giselle said that make an apology completely off the line. When she said, because it's one thing to be uncomfortable, but it's another thing to say, oh, he seemed like he wanted to try it to see if I was open for it, he could get it, or he made me feel like a sneaky link. Those two statements imply that he tried something on you to see if he could have sex with you. But then you said that off camera to the confessionals, whatever. But when you get in front of Robin, Karen, and everyone else, he didn't say anything to me. He did not touch me. He did not do this. And when I asked him to leave, he left. So that's where the apology draws the line, because see, in the background, you putting 20 on 10 to make it seem like my husband was trying to see what was up. That's different than being uncomfortable because I've been through something in the past and being alone in a room made me uncomfortable. Right. Those are two different things. I don't trust girl Giselle. I'm not going to curse this week. I don't trust her, so I would never apologize to her. She owes Chris an apology for saying those two things, because those are contradictory statements. One way you're trying to say he hit on you, but when you're in front of people, he didn't do anything. I was just uncomfortable. So no, she owes him an apology, if you ask me.
Confession makes sense.
Somebody's reputation.
I agree with Kiss My Cheeks. He do. I mean, Chris has never ever made her feel any type of way. Every time you could remember when Candace branded out, like, Chris has never made you feel uncomfortable. He's there. He's he's been cool with you. He's always spoke well about you. He cooked for you. You've been in our home, and like, why would you feel that way? Chris has never ever made her feel that type of way before. So now all of a sudden you want to talk that this happened some time ago when you could have said something right there. And like you said, the way you were acting toward him at the spring fling was like you was all up in his face more than anything than him and up in yours.
Mm.
And if this would have been a number of other husbands, I would, like I said, I'm on the fence till the get all the information. But if this would have been Michael Darby, I would have looked at him, different. Even G, because he's extremely friendly. You know, I could see where she would feel uncomfortable. But this is like y'all are friends. Y'all have dinners together. Y'all, have supposedly a real relationship outside of the show, outside of filming. So it doesn't make sense.
To me, I feel like he's owed an apology because of this. The way it was handled in public. You guys are friends. Then it should have been handled behind closed doors because the topic is so sensitive and
Right.
somebody's reputation is involved. I felt like it did not have to be a camera. It didn't have to be a moment. That should have been a behind the scenes conversation, and we'll figure it out. Because he's hearing about it secondhand, looking like all I said was a DM, and now I'm looking crazy. And not only that, this man, I keep saying, is his reputation is
Yep.
on the line. Y'all cannot be just putting stuff out there like somebody touched me or did something, whatever. Um, Kim Cheese, ask the question, Mama.
Oh, I didn't know if we asked it last week or not. And I guess this is kind of messy. I went from being serious to messy.
I think so.
But I just wanted to know, Karen did a little interview where she said 3 years ago, somebody gave her an embrace that was too much and she handled it off camera. And she's not going to ever say the name unless they try her, which makes me think it's someone who's still on the show. I'm just wondering, who do you all think embraced Karen inappropriately?
Well, she did say that
Remember the
they
first
had
cast.
too much to drink, and I believe that we all know whoever Michael, when he drinks, and usually he drinks the most, he's the most friendliest with his hands.
I was gonna say the
I
same.
mean, I
But
was
there's
I
so
was
much
thinking
dirt
Michael
on
too.
his name, nobody would even care.
Michael Darby?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
You
I
know?
thought about the same thing that they constantly say his name. It really, I don't think she would not say that when
She
everything's
don't
Well,
going
she
I'm
on.
just
don't like
saying it's
Ashley
just
enough not to say Michael Darby's name. I don't think she care about Ashley enough, and she don't like Michael. Michael halfway between young women and men. I don't know who. I don't think it
Oh
was
no.
Michael.
There's nobody else.
well, I'm
There's
just saying
nobody
that's
else
just
with
my
Karen.
first guess
Well, look at the
because
original cast. The
yeah,
original
that's
cast,
my
Mom.
first guess.
Look at the
That
original cast. It might have been production, and it
I
could have
don't
been
know.
production too.
You never know.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a
I
cast
don't
member,
know
but I mean,
who, but I don't think Michael Darby.
Because who else?
Only
Who else has
enough.
been married for
Right.
over
I
3
think
years?
she would blast if Michael Darby if it was
I
Michael.
think,
But
yeah,
I
I
Yeah,
just,
she
agree.
would blast Michael
honestly,
too.
I really feel like there is so much dirt on this man's name. Nothing is T. You know what I'm saying? Now it could be somebody else, but I just feel like because so much dirt is already on this man's name, it's not nothing. If he was like an upstanding citizen of the community or whatever, then she might drop it. You know what I'm saying? To stir up a little something, something, but it's nothing for Michael to he's about, to somebody's man. He's feeling on people's booty in an R. Kelly video. You know what I'm saying? So
Release on
ain't
your
nothing this
booty.
man hasn't done already. So it's not hot news. It's not hot tea. But going back to Chris's reputation real fast. First of all, now for him to be up and coming and trying to get his footing and being a general manager of a hotel, DC is very, what's the word I'm looking for, protective of like their reputations and stuff. Like, here when we date, you might be like, oh, what do you do for a living? DC is more like, okay, who are your peoples? What college did you go to? Things of that, then we get to what type of job and, the more prestigious jobs and whatnot. So you can't go around saying this to this man when he just got a really nice job as a general manager of this restaurant, and they could be like, oh, he makes women feel uncomfortable. And we all know that most of the restaurants, 80% are women coming in for happy hours, bachelorette part, whatever. That's probably your clientele. The men come because the women are there. If the women don't feel comfortable there, the men won't go there. And then the place goes out of business. So saying something like that could definitely hurt him in his place of employment.
Good point.
Ladies, I'm sorry. I want to ask if there's anything we had not covered at all. Anybody? Usually Dina keeps notes on that. Is there anything we hadn't covered in an episode?
Mhm.
We only went through the beginning of the episode.
That was it?
Well, they the lame fun day took
Yeah,
up the
Okay,
majority of the
let's get
episode.
to the fun day because I thought I ain't gonna lie. It was who said it was boring. The
it was
episode
boring.
it was
You
very
didn't get
boring.
Well,
through the fake invitation of bringing the kids.
Yes, that's what I wanted to get into right there. Now, as a mother, I'm saying this, even if I wasn't a mother, 'cause at one time in my life I wasn't always a mom, and there was like stuff was going on. I got family, cousins, whatever, and stuff being going involved with kids. One thing I ever did was exclude kids. Every time there are women being involved, the mother, I don't like them, and we all have done that. But I just don't think I would have been like, especially in front of them. Okay, when they were sitting there, I wouldn't have said, "Let's have a fun day," and she's sitting right there. I know I'm be shady, but I wouldn't have done that because kids are involved. As soon as she said it, I was like, "It's gonna be messy." And then you're gonna sit
mhm.
there. I agree with Candace when she said, "Okay, you're gonna ask her to um ask Candace to bring your kids here, but she can't be here." That would I would feel some type of way. I'd be like, "No, my kids are not going there when I wasn't invited. Why would I do that? I don't know how
And
you're
y'all
gonna
gonna
treat my
talk about
kids."
me around my kids? Nope.
I mean, I'm
Mhm.
just being honest.
Mm-mm.
I don't even think
And you
Candace
don't
and
even
Wendy
like
are
me.
that close to take her kids. Like,
Yeah, then she's gonna trust Candace. Like,
I
how
Candace
do
don't
know.
you
care about
like
kids. Good
boom,
point. Good point.
Candace?
Oh my god.
Like, who say Candace feel like doing that?
I know
Like,
she
She probably
wouldn't.
said it because she knew she was gonna say no. Just like Candace said she was gonna say no. Sometimes you
Hmm.
could try to be polite. I'm gonna go ahead and invite you to my wedding. I know you're gonna say no, but I'm gonna ask you so I can look like I'm being nice. You know
mhm.
gonna well that she was gonna say no to Candace, but you just wanted to ask the question so that it looked nice. Ladies, what do y'all think about that? Each person, what do y'all think about that whole invitation? That was a good point to bring up. I mean, keep my cheese. I forgot about that. So, what did y'all think about the invitation? It was messed up,
It
shady.
was fake. It was phony.
It
And I
was.
agree with Candace where she said that Whitney gonna tell me to go to hell, and she gonna say Robin can go beneath hell. And then even at the fun day, when somebody said something to her about Candace not bringing the kids, and she was like, they were like, we should have invited her and be the bigger person. She's like, no, I don't want to be the bigger person. So she's having her little temper tantrum. So when a person has an attitude like that, nothing they did in the situation was genuine. Nothing.
Mm.
Right. And she should have left it at that. You did not invite her. You told her on her face that you're not gonna. I don't want you there. She should have left it at that. Stop. Stop with Candace and stop saying you're feeling bad. You don't wanna isolate the kids. No. Stop. That's
And I
bullshit.
feel as
And
to Robin, if it was
and
really about the kids, then
yeah,
you should have been able to put aside your differences for her to bring her own children
I
and
agree
not
with that
act like
completely.
that. So if it was
Mhm.
really, really about the kids,
hmm,
you shouldn't be doing all this messy stuff. Oh, that person can bring your kids. What do that look?
Right. And
The best person in the episode was Wendy because she didn't have to waste her gas going out to that field day because thing nor did those children.
baby,
Mhm. That was
it,
sad.
it,
Yeah,
a very
I
sad
agree.
field
I
day.
felt like the invitation was fake. I think she kind of felt she would be looked a certain way on
Yep.
camera. So she's
yes.
like, well, let me throw it out here. I don't have anything against the kids.
Mhm.
And you don't. We don't think you do. But you know what I'm saying? Don't be fake now. Stand in it. Be like, unfortunately,
Hundred
there's
percent.
some, every war, there's some few innocents injured.
Mhm.
That's just how it is.
That's true.
So I'm sorry,
Wow.
kids,
That's
but
the war.
Agreed.
But yeah, I was gonna ask you guys, what did you think about? Because I had to go back and rewatch it because I was like, who is this person? But what do you think about Jacqueline and her PP? Did you all talk about that?
No, we haven't. I forgot about her.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
I
her
did too.
parenting
Go ahead, y'all.
partner.
Oh Lord, what
Remember,
y'all think
Mia's
about that?
friend came, and I was kind of like,
Mhm.
we barely know Mia. How's she bringing friends? I'm just
Yes.
saying, how,
Yeah.
how are her friends in the show? Like, girl, we don't know you really. So, but she
Right.
called
Barely,
her
barely.
best friend Jacqueline and she called her ex-husband the PP. So they had this discussion with Ashley about like threesomes and
Yes.
husbands, and so for the ones who've been married, how do you all feel about the husbands and the threesome?
Oh hell no! Hell no! Hell no!
Oh
Hell no.
Lord.
You knew
See,
that
Uh,
was coming. You knew that was coming
exactly,
from her.
No.
exactly. I did.
we are
I
not
feel
doing
like
that.
do what you gotta do to keep your stuff fresh, I guess. But you see, it doesn't last sometimes that type of stuff because they both said they got tired of it, and the husband was the
Okay.
one initiated, and he's the one that wanted it. So
Mm.
I don't know.
I
And
feel
not
like
only
Depends on the
that,
person.
Jacqueline is like brand new. I don't see how these women just sit down and have these deep personal conversations with randoms.
I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same way because I was like, wait, who's
Exactly.
talking?
I'm more shocked that Mia was prudish. Like, oh, me and G don't do that. I'm like, girl, I know you lying. I
No,
know.
you lying.
Oh,
They probably owners of a boom boom room. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I know, and if they're not
not
doing
Dungeons and
threesomes, they're doing
Dragons.
something even crazier than a
They were doing
threesome. I don't know what
something.
that is, but
They over there got them a little sex dungeon like Candy.
that is
I
true.
said
She
Dungeons and Dragons,
yeah.
but they probably had to
What about
doing it, got the
Karen walking
chains or
away when
whatever.
Sharice come? Oh, Karen faked the allergy attack when Sharice showed up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, she
But she
did,
was
girl. That was
already sneezing and coughing before Sharice got there. She
Yeah,
was.
and
She was.
but she
that's
knew
the
she
thing
was
though.
coming.
That's the good thing because a good lie is always grounded in truth. Always grounded in truth. So if you come in there with a cold, then all
It
of a
is.
sudden you have
I thought it was
an
some chills
attack.
to
I
me.
mean,
I'm
I
sorry.
liked Karen right there. I was like, go ahead, Karen, you're too old for this stuff. Who's trying to hop down?
I was like, okay,
Karen
my
had
Karen,
her
go for it.
arms up. She was leaned over. I said, Karen, just get your
I
purse and
see
go.
people
Because
tell
that
you all
ain't
right.
me. I'm out. Have fun.
And you did you guys talk about her talking
I,
to her daughter and saying that what dad is saying about her getting her titties done and dad is
oh no,
Karen's
not
husband.
the cheat cheese, but yeah, I forgot about that too. This was a lackluster episode. I didn't take me
Very
notes.
lackluster.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and his daughter looks just like her daddy. I said, ooh,
Well,
the
wait.
skin
Can we talk
was a
about?
little light. I don't know, the makeup was
Can
going
we
on.
talk about real fast the phone call with the daughter, which was so
That's the
staged,
one I'm talking
and
about. Yeah.
Karen actually cleaning out her own refrigerator? I don't believe it. But then when she
Go to
asked
way
her
chicken.
daughter,
Go to way chicken.
do you even own a pan? And she's like, no. Like what? Like you ain't even
She
boiling
probably
ramen
said you
noodles or
want
nothing?
your own.
Uber Eats every day. I
Then to
don't
bring bread,
The
she's so
question should
proud
be
of her.
asked: do she own a pan?
They have the money. They can eat
The
out
question should
all
be
day.
asked: do she own a pan?
That's a
We
good
But
saw
she
question.
probably
Karen
don't.
burn some food in the pan one time, so we know she have one burnt up pan.
Wasn't there an episode a few years ago where
And
she
that
couldn't get
pan
the
probably
stove
bent over
on or
fast.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was burning
Oh,
food.
was it the stove?
I'm
See,
just saying,
Yeah.
it just seemed
So for her
like
to
now
even
I'm
ask
like
that
hearing
question is
now.
weird.
You know dang good and well you don't be cleaning out your own kitchen. But oh, I almost forgot y'all. Can we talk about the G and Mia conversation in the car? Like 1 minute they talking about a castle, then it went to her auntie picking her up to a whole monologue about her mama and her drug addiction. Like, where did that happen? Either they chopped it up real messed up on the editing, but we went from, oh, y'all see the castle? Oh, my auntie used to drive me past that castle and I thought I was going to Disney World. And, we would talk about my mama. Like, what?
I
Confusion.
didn't
I think
get it
she's
either.
I
I
think she's
kind
very,
of
very a little dramatic. I'm
left
sorry.
that whole conversation.
Like you blinked one
I think
minute,
she's
you was
very
talking about a
dramatic.
castle in Disney World. Next minute, you're talking about your mom's drug addiction that she wished she'd have told you how she acted 20 years ago or whatever. And I was just like, this is like out of the blue. Could y'all not have this conversation in the kitchen over breakfast or something? Like it just seemed weird to have it in the car on the way to Family Fun Day because you saw the Mormon church that looked like a castle. Like
But you have to remember, she had talked about her and the mother. The two of them had a conversation. I think in the last season, I guess. At some point, they were talking about, they had a
yeah,
conversation.
but it just didn't make sense in it didn't make sense
Yeah.
in this moment. Especially the children are in the car, you know what I'm saying? And then you was reaching. You didn't went from, you know what I'm saying? You didn't went from California to the tip of Florida. You was reaching, okay? And I just didn't get it in that setting. I was just like, how do we get here?
Yeah, agree. Again, that was another part of this segment or of this show, this episode, I should say, that felt produced because I feel like they're trying to find a way to segue for her to be like, oh, okay. Because I thought at the end of it, I thought she and her mama were cool. So now she's saying, okay, I guess I kind of understand, and I don't expect her to be my mother, and da 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 da. So I'm like, oh, okay, we are going. I guess we're trying to revive this storyline. Is kind of how I took it, because I was like, but nobody really talking about your mama. But I do feel like, drug addiction and overcoming that is a good thing to put out in the public. So I'm not hating on it, but it does seem contrived.
Right.
She seemed like she was almost halfway trying to act. It was kind of uncomfortable. Like, okay, let's get to the part. And especially, like you said, Dina, the kids are like 6 and 4. So if you're 6, you kind of can hear that grandma was an addict. Like, you can hear that, and they're sitting right there. Like, so that was another thing where I'm like, okay, that's not.
I mean, for me, if they need some production tips, for me, they could have been sitting there having breakfast without the kids, and she was like, "My mom is coming over today," and based on this conversation I had with Auntie, and then boom, went into that. I feel like when my mom comes over now, I can treat her like this and don't expect the mother aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They could have taken that whole conversation and put it over tea and crumpets or toast and bacon or something, you know what I'm saying? And it would have made more sense.
Yeah. Although I will say this, since we're speaking on Mia, I was, I will say, I don't know what she paid for the booty, but it looked good outside of the sack. I was like, her booty was popping. Her booty was popping. And I agree with Karen not to hop around too much. If you just got your titties done, that's not a good look either. So, they did look good this season. I'll give them that. Or this episode.
Nice. Well, did we miss anything else?
No, I think we got it all
now.
now.
Talk about Eddie telling Wendy, like, how you gonna spend my money on some other bullshit job that you're not gonna do? Did we talk about that?
Yeah, where he said his pockets was closed.
Yeah, that was the beginning. We talked about that.
How do you go meeting people and looking for business proposals, and you have not talked to your husband first? And
especially if he's on his money.
I agree with that, Mom.
Like
you should talk to your husband with something like that. It takes a lot of money.
Yes.
So I think you guys are right. I think we've squeezed this TV show lemon.
Okay.
Nothing left. That was a good one.
Yeah. This episode was not good.
Did we miss anything else?
And it was a drum lemon to begin with.
I know. I'm like, did anything else happen at that whack?
Maybe the next episode they should not give Robin so much of airtime. Like she's
Well, it seemed like next episode, Robin got a mouthful to say, and so does Candace. And I'm just like, we just saw a beautiful moment between Candace and Ashley, and now they at each other's throat. Like I said, all the ladies have a love-hate relationship, so
they do.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think Ashley is she sleeping with Michael? She's not sleeping with.
No, she was sleeping with Michael, and then they stopped sleeping together because Michael thinks she's trying to get pregnant again. Yeah. And that's where Mia came in and said she should have had 2 more kids before she said she wanted the divorce. And then Michael went and got a vasectomy. The story broke, and now nobody can get a hold of Michael because he was on his way to Vegas.
Right. God knows what, child. He said, I'm free. Eyes free. And I'll tell you what he's doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he on his way to the Palomino right now.
See y'all in Vegas with Juan. Scratch that. Oh, this live. I shouldn't have said that.
All right, y'all. Okay. This is a fun Halloween edition of I think I call it Real Housewives of Potomac, our review panel with the ladies who got dressed up. Oh my God, again, you look so beautiful. I love Kid My Cheeks. That color against your skin, Kid My Cheeks, is everything. Okay,
I know.
I'm a part of the Greens. I'm a Targaryen, so I'm a part of the Greens.
The math is giving me everything between Mod and Confessions. I can't. I'm just like, and of course I'm evil, and I'm still fine, but evil. Okay. Oh my God! Oh, your cup is empty. Jesus Christ, you're being so good, Mom. I'm so proud of you. So, guys, again, I'm gonna have all the ladies information like I did before in the description. Please make sure you follow all they all have content. They are all wonderful ladies, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have coming up for Vlogmas coming soon. From some of the ladies up here, you'll be seeing some things coming soon. So make sure you check it out. Follow everybody, support everybody, support Black content creators. Please be safe out there. Please check them kids' candy before you let them kids go through that bag. And please be safe on the road. It's crazy. I would do 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, and I'll be done with it because they're gonna be on that road doing some really bad stuff. So please be safe. Y'all got any closing words?
Right.
Anything? Anything? We good? All right.
You're good.
Everybody have a blessed week.
Happy
Are we doing
Halloween.
Happy
Twitter
Halloween.
space?
Happy Halloween.
Are we doing
What?
Twitter space?
Tomorrow today?
Oh, it's at 9:30 if you can make it
When?
today.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, in
Y'all make
30
sure y'all go over to Clip My Cheeks. I probably shared it on my on Twitter. I'm gonna reshare it again. Make sure you guys go just follow her. That way you can hit a reminder for her Twitter space. Please make sure you guys tune in for that. If you guys have not paid attention, my Twitter space is the spot after the challenge Ride or Die. I literally have had the entire cast almost, except for Johnny
Awesome.
and Nani, in my Twitter space for the past two. This is my third. I don't know what I'm sorry. Anyway, whatever episode we're on, however many it is, y'all tune in for that, please. I already got it set up. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be on Twitter Space tomorrow night for Are You Afraid of the Dark? If you want to get some scary stories on Twitter Space, come through tomorrow night. Bring your drinks. We're gonna just talk some noise, try to scare each other, and get drunk on Twitter Space for Halloween. If you don't have nowhere to go, no party or anything like that. All right, guys. That being said, I'll talk to you later. Bye.